let's talk about your homeland of Rwanda. Your homeland of Rwanda, do you miss it very much?
Indeed, I do.
Really?
I think everybody misses his homeland always.
Terrific. Now, there is a saying, of course, that your country happens to have a uniquely gifted leader by the name Major General Paul Kagame, and of course there is a process ongoing to help amend the constitution so that his unique skills can, of course, continue to be in service as far as the country is concerned. What is your reaction to that?
Thank you for that question, Shaka. You know, there's a saying that when I changes to we, even illness changes to wellness. Mm-hmm. So when Mr. Kagame hijacked what the RPF fought for since the death of Major General Fred Rwigema, it has been a disaster throughout. It's about him. It's about him. It's not about the Rwandans, as all of us fought for. I mean, it was a genuine cause for the Tutsis who had been out of the country for over 30 years to fight back home because the peaceful, means that we always, talk about had failed. Mm. And it's unfortunate today that it has become, a project for somebody. It's about President Kagame. He has become a unique president. He's all over the world. He's achieved the millennium goals, which are really difficult to achieve because everything that is being thrown out there to the IMF, to the World Bank, to these Western governments, it's all faked up. It's stage managed. The demonstrations we see in Kigali today about the petitioning of change of constitution is actually not real. I mean, people are no way going to be in love with Kagame when he's actually killing them. No. When poverty has taken over, Rwandans today have one meal or not even a meal.
Major Higiro, when you talk about what we are seeing in Rwanda not being real, we're talking about here about 3.8 million signatories who petitioned the Rwandan National Assembly, which in turn unanimously has endorsed the idea, and so did the ruling party, the Rwandese Patriotic Front, of which you were a member, mm-hmm. which you admired at one point. Yeah. You fought for it. And in fact, you, and including a lot of other Tutsi friends that I have known over the years, I remember them frankly thanking Paul Kagame for having helped them to successfully return to their motherland. So how can you turn around suddenly and say, whatever he has been doing since the death of Major General Fred Rwigema, which was October, I think, 2nd, 1990, that all he has been doing is self-serving, really? Yes,
I mean, let's be clear here. How do you tell me that you have a group of parties, opposition parties in the country, and they happen to say, oh no, we need President Kagame to continue. So why are they there in the first place? Why do we have opposition parties in Rwanda that are saying the current RPF president should continue? How could you create a political party and you have no leadership ambition whatsoever? But it's because of the fear they live in Rwanda. Everybody knows that it's about Kagame. We heard what President Obama said the other day in Ethiopia. He's now trying to change the constitution. The millions you're talking about who petitioned, we have evidence. They send us lists of those who were forced to do it.
Where is that evidence?
We have it. We have given it to the relevant donors.
Is it empirical?
Yes, for sure.
And
I don't see
incontrovertible, this type of evidence, frankly, that is not liable to falter?
No, even on the social media. I mean, people have been recorded, people have been interviewed by journalists in Rwanda saying they pay us. We are paid to sign these petitions.
So why didn't you come with some of that evidence today? It would have been good for our audience to interact with it.
Well, next time, it's not the last day, we're going to work on that.
Very interesting.
Yes. So it can't be that President Kagame is the only person who can rule Rwanda or who can lead Rwanda to development, to whatever he wants to take them, wherever he wants to take them.
But in fairness to him, how do you respond to some people who will say, wait a minute, Major Higiro, we have had the same situations, for example, in Senegal, where people went out and voted against Abdul Wade, denied him the opportunity to have a third term. They can tell you other places where it was on the verge of happening and people refused, like his country of Zambia, for example. Frederick Chiruba, a man who was a new bleed of African democracy, wanted to shift the constitutional goalposts, and civil society in Zambia refused. Malawi, Bakiri Muluzi tried to do the same thing. Parliament said no. A man called General Olusegun Obasanjo, retired but not tired, also tried to do it in Abuja, but he couldn't go through the National Assembly. So someone might say, how come we are not seeing these voices or hearing these voices in Rwanda? We are not even seeing somebody trying to demonstrate like in neighboring Bujumbura, in Burundi. How do you respond to that?
Yes. Well, I mean, where are you going to start from if the two most successful businessmen in Rwanda, Rujugiro Yabatwa, can't step in Rwanda, his property is being taken over by government, when Rwigara Paul is killed by the DMI agents, and up to now there's no investigations, by the way.
You're talking about Tribert Rujugiro, the man who has the reputation for having been perhaps the chief financier for the RPF?
Yes. He's now a traitor. His property is being run by the government. They actually established a law because of his property in Rwanda recently. Rwigara Paul was killed, and when his daughter and mother came up to look at their father and mother, when they came to check on the body, they found the guy still alive. When they pleaded with the police to take him to hospital, he was taken by the police. When you hear the former chief of spy, Colonel Karegeya, killed in South Africa, when you hear former chief of staff, Kayumba Nyamwasa, being shot in South Africa, when you hear everybody being hunted, the dissidents, who is going to sit in that parliament and say, no, Kagame shouldn't continue? People are afraid. Rwanda is a hostage now.
And these were people who were Kagame's comrades, very close comrades. Yes.
So do you want to tell me that the incorporated, Hutus from FDR, like General Warakabije, these parliamentarians are going to sit and say, look here, President, you are done your terms, you should stop? Nobody's going to be able to say that because they know the repercussions.